Welcome! You're listening to Making Relationships Work. We're a company focused on women and their marriage. We lead and teach women just like you how to grow into and access, whenever you need to, your wise woman self. The part of you who is deeply connected to your purpose, your innate wisdom, and your husband and family. We teach women in marriages how to rebuild trust and connection, to work through conflicts, no matter how deep, no matter how painful, and to lead your marriage to a place where the two of you experience marriage mastery. This podcast is about learning the systems and techniques that truly work to reconnect you back into your marriage so that you can experience the freedom that comes with a masterful marriage. Since this podcast is totally free, if you're getting tons of value and you want to support us and make sure that you get more of this good stuff, subscribe below and rate and review our podcast today. Now, on to the show. Hello, everybody. Hello, Women Making Marriages Work. Hello, Making Relationships Work YouTube channel and podcast. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. We are going to cover a really cool topic, super cool topic. Guess what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about all the reasons why you're not changing your life. We're going to talk about all the resistance you have to doing something different. And we're going to talk about why it's got to be time to do something different, because why else are you listening to this? You're ready. Everything you need is right here. And you and I are going to bust through some myths that you are holding that are resisting change and transformation. And on the other side of transformation is the life that you are dreaming of. So let us jump straight in. Let us get to work. All right, my loves. Here's the first thing. This won't work. That's your number one belief that you use to keep yourself playing small, and you use to keep yourself from feeling vulnerable, or you use to keep yourself safe from having to do something courageous. This won't work. This won't work for me. They don't know what this is. They don't know how bad my life is. My husband is this. He's got this. I do this. This won't work. We are beyond help. Here's the thing. If you're saying that to yourself, this won't work, I want you to notice where you are. And I want you to say, is that really true? I want you to say, which part of me is the one that's talking right now? And are they the adult version of me that is really looking at all the possibilities and the positives and the negatives and weighing it up and being an adult about this? Or is this a small, scared, resistant part of me that is trying to save me, trying to keep me safe by keeping things the same? You know, better the devil you know versus better the devil you don't. If you are someone who is using this doesn't work, I kind of like the skepticism that you have. I want you to find the place where you belong, and I want you to find the next right thing. And I want you to make sure that it's someone who's reliable, trustworthy, reputable, and gets results. So I like that. But if you're using it as a blanket resistance, that is not going to serve you, my love. Okay, so you've got to stop it. Stop it. So this stuff doesn't work. Notice where that is and change it. What if this does work? What if I can have my dream? What if this does work? Rather than this doesn't work, blanket resistance. The antidote, what if this does work? All right, the next thing you might find as you're looking around for ways in which to, 10 romantic dates to reclaim your passion on Pinterest or something, or 3 ways to sizzle up your sex life. They are short-term fixes, but you already know that. And when you find stuff that is good and you're like, well, I already kind of know that. I know that. And you're using that as a resistance to stopping you get and claim the life you want, that's going to get you in trouble, my love, because if you know it and it's truly embodied in who you are, and it's truly showing up in your marriage, what are you having a problem for? Yes? So you can't possibly be embodying all the things that you need to know in order to have a different life. Okay? So if your brain is telling you, you already know this, you need to see it as a way to resist change. Your beautiful brain is trying to protect you. I love your brain. Your brain has got you to this point. Yes? But sometimes the things that got you here are the things that you need to let go of in order to get you where you want to go. So if your beautiful brain is saying, I already know this, and you're resisting transformation, if you're resisting growth, if you're resisting an opportunity to create something beautiful for yourself, I want you to call that out and say, beautiful brain, I see you're trying to protect me, but I can't possibly know this, or I wouldn't have the problem that I have in my marriage. Yes. And then you can go back to, what if this does work? Because that opens possibility, it opens hope. Yes. But you need to make sure that you're finding resources and people to help you that really know what they're talking about. Okay, so all of these resistances are useful if they're unresourceful sites or not competent based people or not evidence based interventions. Okay, now here's the next one. If you've listened, I want you to hear this next one. You might say, well, my marriage is a bit, not so good, but I don't have time to fix it. I've got 3 kids and they're really busy, and I've got this busy, demanding job, and he's always traveling, and we've got all of these extracurriculars. I don't have time to fix it. I don't have time to invest in this self-help stuff or this transformation stuff. It's just going to have to be okay. That's another resistance. I don't have time is another pushback. No thanks. I don't want a better life. I want to keep things just the way they are right now. It sucks, but I know what it is. It's familiar to me. It's very consistently up and down, and sometimes the goods are enough to even it out. So I'm going to keep things the way they are, cross my fingers, and hope it gets better. No, that's not going to work. Do you know why that's not going to work? Because it's not working. You do have time. Everyone has the same amount of hours in a week. I think it's 168 hours. How are you using yours? What's the most important priority in your life? If your marriage was to break up today, would you wish you'd gone back and done something different? Very often the women in my program are the ones who have let it go right to the end, and they're here and their husband is out the door. And they're like, hang on a second, wait, come back. I do have time. I do want to find this. I will do what's required. I will grow. I will change. And they say, I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if you will. I have tried and this hasn't worked. And this is what we want to talk about. We want to talk about your resistances that are allowing you to bury your head in the sand in this passive kind of way, waiting for someone else to come along and do the work, when actually it's you that needs to step up. It's you that needs to stop listening to your defensiveness, your justifications, your denials, your blaming of someone else. It's you that needs to do something different. And so, if you're telling yourself, this doesn't work, I already know it, I don't have time, then you need to know that your beautiful brain is not serving you well, because it's not okay. And it's not going to magically get okay without somebody stepping up and leading the marriage and the self into a better and different place. And that somebody can be you. Now, I've got one more resistance. It's a good one. This is the most common. Here's what people say to me on the phone. Well, things are kind of good now. And I'll say, what was it like a week ago? Well, it's pretty bad, but it's okay now, and I don't really have time for this. And I already know most of this. And does this stuff even work? Of course, that's what they say to me. Of course, that's what you say to yourself when you're watching my content thinking, is this something I should think about? No, I don't have time for this. Is this something I could commit to doing? I already know this. Is this something I need to be very vigilant on? Well, things are good now. I can kind of take my foot off the accelerator. I can look over here and manage this kind of thing that's a bit sparkly over here. I can do that. Or this big attention piece over here really needs me. So I'm just going to divert my attention. Oh my gosh, things aren't okay. Do you know how often that happens to me with my clients? It happens all the time. And yet, if you were to sit down with these beautiful women and you were to say, what's the most important thing in your life? Right at the top of the list is their marriage. Is it the place that's getting the most amount of connection and love and kindness and support and friendship and leadership? No, It's not. It used to be, but it's not anymore. And so then it starts to decline, and these beautiful women will use these resistances to do something different. They will say, this doesn't work. I already know this. I don't have time. And the last one, well, things are okay. Things are good now. Like we had a good morning together with the kids, and that felt nice. He hugged me on the way out the door. Hasn't done that in a month. And I say to you, do not let yourself live in this permissive void of connection where you never know when it's going to come, and you kind of drink it greedily and then it's gone again. That's not what life is. That's not what life needs to be. You get to have the life that you want. You get to have it as soon as you let your resistances, your defenses, your justification, your blaming, when you let that go and just sit with the reality of what you've created in your life and in your marriage, and you start to take responsibility for having a different experience, that is when you'll see transformation. That is when you'll see a new life. That is when you'll be ready to receive all the skills and tools that you need to know yourself better, to know how to do marriage better, to know how to resolve conflict, to know how to repair fights, truly repair them, so that 6 years later, that same thing isn't coming up like a stone in a shoe. If you want to know what that is, and you're really serious about it, you're going to need to lose your resistances. Because I tell you what lives on the other side of your resistance: a wonderful life. A life where you are deeply connected, where you are able to resolve conflict, where you are walking in and out of a space together, where you're able to be truly happy. Where bad things happen, but it's us against the world. And we got this. Where you're leaving a legacy of love and connection and support and friendship and family and all the things that are important to you. And do you know what it takes? It takes letting go of those resistances to take the leap into the space of vulnerability and learn to do it differently. And when you know how to do it differently, you'll see all the other women that haven't done it yet. And you'll think, oh, I wish they knew how to do this differently. I wish they knew what kind of life they could have. I wish they understood that it's just a leap over their defenses and into the light. That's all it is. That's all that's left to do. If you are one of those women who is ready to wake up and who is ready to move through her resistance and into the space of vulnerability and courage so that she can build a life that is calm, connected, and kind, full of love, full of intimacy, full of two people under one umbrella, where it's us against the world, where it's we, not two me's, where you're ready to make the repairs that need to be made. If that's you, I want to talk to you. I'm going to give you my masterclass link because that's a good place to start. And then I'm going to give you a calendar link so you can find some time that suits you to talk to me, because I want to work with you. I want to be the person who shows you how to find yourself, how to move past those resistances, how to deeply be a good friend to yourself so that you can have the life that you deserve. Because you deserve it, my darlings. You and your husband, you both deserve it. And I am right here ready to show you. So don't let your resistances be the boss of you. Don't let your drama get in the way of having a good life. Don't avoid and be passive about the life that you get. You are in the best part of it. You are in the very best part of it. And if you're not deliriously happy a couple of days a week and very happy the rest of them, you've got work to do. And I want to help you. I love you. Sign up for the masterclass. Book a call with me. Let's do this. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye, darlings. Thank you for tuning into today's show. If you're feeling fired up and you're ready to grow and you want to know more about how to do that, here is what I want you to do now. I want you to watch my marriage masterclass. This masterclass will show you how my clients have turned their struggling marriages into thriving marriages, even without their husband's buy-in. How my clients have gone from cycles of poor communication, disconnect, and loneliness to being teammates and soulmates with their husbands again, even after they've already tried everything. And the proven system my clients use to start transforming their marriages in minutes, not years, because life is too precious to waste one more minute in an unhappy and unfulfilling marriage. So if this is what you're looking for, I want you to click the link below and take a look at my masterclass.